Ever since I started using DIY split mechanical keyboards like the Corne, I've struggled to find the right keycap set that could fit the unconventional and custom layouts for my keyboards, and that I also enjoyed how they looked. Because of this, most of the time I've used blank sets made out of PBT with colors that I liked. The only proper solution to this issue was to actually design and build my own custom keycap set, and a couple of months ago I discovered two really awesome services that allow you to do just this, and I think are the perfect solution. This video is made in collaboration with these two services, as they did send out two custom keycap sets I designed for free, but it isn't sponsored and they have no control over what I say in this video. Now, there are two possible routes you could take when it comes to designing your own keycap set. You could make one with Shinethrough Keycaps for an RGB keyboard like the wired Corne, or instead you could put together a keycap set with PBT that is not shine through, but that you can set up different color schemes for, and they can have a really nice feel to them as well. The first service is called FK Custom, and this is perfect for those of you that want to design a keycap set with shine through keys. The second service is called YUZU, and with this service you can design a keycap set with opaque non-shine through keycaps. In my Corne, if I hold down this light blue key, the layer changes and the key codes available to me when I press on my keys are now different. In this custom keycap set I've designed, the light blue symbols correspond to the keys available to me in this different layer. Same goes with this orange key. If I hold it down, it changes the keyboard to a different layer, and the symbols in orange are the ones available to me in that layer. For me personally, I don't ever really change my layout anymore, so creating a custom set for it makes perfect sense. If you're still working on it and modifying it often, then using a blank keycap set with no symbols might be a better option. Now, both of these services have an online builder so that you can design your keycap set. What I'm going to do now is go through how each of the builders work so you have a general idea on how to design your set. Alright, so I've opened up the FK Custom Keycaps website. I'll have a link for it in the description. As you can see here, you can choose between designing a shine through keycap set or a keycap set made out of PBT that is not shine through. I'm gonna go ahead and go with shine through. I really like their LPF profile, which are low profile keycaps that are made for keyboards that use Cherry MX switches. I'm gonna click on it here. I'm gonna click continue, and then on the left hand side you can choose the layout of your keyboard. I'm gonna go down here and I'm gonna click on the Corne layout. I want to modify this layout, so I'm gonna click on create my own layout and click on customize this layout. Now, Corne V4 has two extra keys available on each side, so what I'm gonna do is go over here to the 1U keycap, and I'm gonna click and drag and place it over here where the extra key would normally be on the Corne V4, and then add the other one over here and do the same thing for the right hand side. Now, you'll see this key here is not available right now. I'm gonna click on it and press backspace to delete it, and I'm gonna replace it with this 1.5U keycap. Again, click here, remove it, and go with this 1.5U keycap. Then I'm going to go ahead and click on continue, and then this is the default layout for your keys, but you can start modifying this. You can go ahead and change the language over here on the left hand side, Dvorak, Comac, depending on the layout that you want to be using. I use regular QWERTY. I'm going to go ahead and click continue, and then you can modify the font that you want to use on your board. They have a bunch of different fonts available here, but what I like to do is actually use my own font. You can click on upload font here to upload a font that you have on your computer. I've uploaded the SF Pro font, which is the system font for macOS and a bunch of different Apple operating systems. I'm going to go ahead and click on SF Pro to change to that font. Now, for the modifiers, you can also change these to be symbols. I'm going to go over here to icons, and you can turn on icon mods. And you can change the symbol style as well. They have three different options: MBK Legend, TrashCons X, and Framework 7 as well. Pretty nice. Now you can change the specific icon by clicking on the key, changing this to a different icon. This is the escape key. Let's say I want to change this to this page up symbol, for example. I'll click on it here, click on Save Changes, and you'll see here that this key now has the updated icon. I'm going to click on it again and look for escape, and click on Save Changes. You can also do this for your letter keys. If I click here on this Q, you can of course change this to something else. Let's say you want it to be a B instead, and then click Save Changes, and it changes to a B here. You also have some presets here. For example, if you want to change all of your alphabetic keys, you'll want to have this alphas preset selected. And if I change the size here, the size of all of the alphabetic keys will change. You can also change the alignment of the symbol down here. Something that is particular to the Corne is that the RGB lighting is actually at the bottom of the key, not at the top. So for the key to really shine through properly, it's better to have all of your key symbols down at the bottom of the key. This section down here is for the vertical alignment. You'll see that it's aligned to the center, but there's an offset here of -5.2. I could change this to +5.2, and you'll see that all of the alphabetic symbols go down to the bottom of the key. Now, a compromise that I'd have to make here is that you'll see that the F and J keys are homing keys, and having the symbol here can probably cause an issue. So you can either change this key to be a regular key instead of a homing one, or you can remove the symbol altogether here. That's what I'll do. I'm going to remove this and click on Save, and over here on the J, I'll remove the J. Alright, I also want to do this for the icon modifiers. I'll go over here to the mods, and again, I'll change this to +5.2. Now you'll see that for some reason, this doesn't work when icon modifiers are enabled. So instead, you might have to go to each of the icon keys, then go over here to alignment. Looks like for the icons, it works differently. You might have to set this to a higher number, like 15, for example. You want it to be as further down as possible. You would then have to repeat this process for each of the keys with an icon. And for the keys that have double symbols here, like this one, you can go over here to presets, go to double, and again, I'll change this to +5.2. If you use a font that includes symbols like SF Pro, over here in icons, I can turn off icon mods. For SF Pro, you can also download SF symbols to your computer. Then over here in Custom Keycaps, I can click on this escape key that is using the SF Pro font. I can open up SF symbols, then look for escape, click on it here, right click, copy symbol, and then paste it over here. You'll see that it won't display on the text box, but because the key is using the font, it'll show up properly. And then click on save. Nice, so now the icons that I'm using along with the alphabetic keys are consistent. I'm going with this approach, but you can use nerd fonts and any other fonts that you like. For these empty keys here, I'm gonna use this circle dash from SF symbol. I'm going to copy the symbol, click on the empty key, then I'm going to add text, paste the text here. I'm gonna change this to SF Pro. Then I'm gonna go over here to alignment and change this to 5.2. Then save as a template and save the changes. Then I can go to my other extra keys here and click on the template, save. Alright, so I'm done adding all of the different symbols. One thing I'm going to do is change the size of the mods here. I'm going to make them the same size of the alphabetic keys. I'm going to copy this here, 4.8 over to mods, and paste. I think that looks better. Before I move on, I also want to point out that you can add further layers to your key. So if I want to add an icon to this Q key here, I can add it, choose the icon that I want, say it's a numpad plus. I'm just keeping it simple with just one symbol on the bottom so that they can shine through properly. I'm going to click cancel here. And that's pretty much it. This is my final design. Then you can click on continue. You'll get a summary of the final price here. This comes down to $50. You can save it for later or add it to your cart. And then once you confirm, you can add it to the cart and then go ahead and finalize your order. Another thing that's really nice about FK is that they do worldwide shipping and they're pretty quick as well. You should get your keycaps in 6 to 14 days. Now this is how the final result looks like on my custom built Corne. I think it's pretty awesome. I like the low profile keys and they feel pretty good too. If you're interested in building a custom Corne keyboard just like mine, I run a small keyboard shop called Split Type where you can build your own custom Corne with my 3D builder. You'll receive all the parts you need to put it together, and the PCB is fully pre-soldered, tested, and flashed with VL firmware, so you don't have to do any soldering, and once you have everything assembled, you can start using your keyboard right away. I'm gonna move on to the YUZU Custom Keycap service. This one is really interesting as well. These are for PBT, non-Shinethrough keycaps. You'll see some examples here of what different people have done with it. I'm gonna go ahead and click Start. You can click over here to choose your layout. In my case, I want to find a Corne, so the type is split, and it's over here. It's the Corne layout here. Then you can change the profile of the keycaps. You can use the cherry profile, where each row is a different size and shape, basically a sculpted layout. This is the one that I'm using. KAM is an alternative profile, where each key is the same height and shape, so that they can be placed anywhere on your keyboard. These are similar to XDA and DSA profile keys. I'm gonna go ahead with cherry. I'm using QWERTY. Then you can expand here on your templates, and you'll see that this first template is for all of your alphabetic keys. We can click on it here. Now you can change stuff for all of your alphabetic keys at once. This over here is the color of your keycap. I want to change this to be a different color. So I'll click on it, and you'll see a bunch of different colors here available to you. I'll change it to this darker blue, but now the letter symbol here is still black. You can click over here for the color of the symbol, and I want this to be white. Now you also have different layers available here on your key. Let's say I want to use this D and C layer. I want the D here to be orange and the C to be light blue. I could change the B, but I'm not going to be using it, so I'll just leave it as is. And finally, I also want to change the font. I'm going to go over here to font. Again, you can upload your own font by clicking on this key here. I want to use SF Pro again. I've already uploaded it. I'm going to click on my fonts, and you'll see that I can use SF Pro here. Awesome. I want to change this for each of the different layers as well, so I'll go over here to B, change this to SF Pro. Alright, so I've changed the font for each of the different layers on this template, and I'm going to save the changes. Now you'll see that all of my alphabetic keys have changed. Let's say you want to modify a specific key here. I'm going to click on this A key here. Now I want to add a blue symbol here. I'm going to put 1 here. And then on the orange layer over in SF symbols, I'm going to look for a play icon. Right click here, copy the symbol, go back and paste it. And there we go. Then I can save the changes. Now these two symbols are too large. I'm going to click back here on the template, click on the C symbol here, change this to size 4. And same goes for this other layer. Click save. And you'll see that they're smaller now. Now you have templates for other keys here as well, like for these ones and for your modifiers too. You can also click on a key, click over here, and then you can change the template that it's using. You can also click Manage Templates and clone an existing template to create a new one. I also forgot to mention that over with the Corne, you can click on options and select this checkbox if you're using the Corne V4, like the ones from my shop, so we can also add the 4 extra keys. Also, I'd point out that, for example, let's say you want to change your modifiers to be icons. You can click on the mods template and change this layer to an icon. Click save. That's way too large. I'll click on it here again and change the size. You can also move the label with your arrow keys. I'll move it to the right here. Nice. Now this is the custom set that I ended up with. If you're interested in ordering one just like mine or modifying yours off of what I have, I'll have a link for this specific layout in the description. I'll do the same for my FK Shinethrough layout. Now this is how the keycap set from YUZU looks like in person. I think the colors are really accurate and the material feels really nice, very durable and premium. I do want to point out though that with YUZU, orders do take longer. It took more than a month for my keycap set to arrive, as it takes around a week for them to be processed and produced, and they say they can take 10 to 15 days to reach their destination. FK, on the other hand, is a lot quicker, and at least for my order, they used FedEx International Shipping, which arrived pretty quickly. Alright, that's it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it and found it interesting and helpful. If you did, don't forget to leave a like down below. Let me know in the comment section if you have any questions or feedback for me, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel to see more content like this from me. See you guys in the next one. Peace.